joined by the number 20 of Dominic Masciarelli and the number 27, Kyle Kirk, a big defenseman there. Number 9 is David Zelinskis, I should say. He's going to be a player to look out for scoring. And the number 5 is Sarah Katz, getting the start for Parsippany, the Vikings. In the zone, this one played out to the blue line. On it, the number 8 of Hayden McGuigan. Puck knocked around a little bit towards center. And then sent in down low. Zelinskis off the boards, not out. A centering pass in front, looking for Aldino Guadagnino, number 10. He's a point away from 60 in his career. He's got 59 at the moment as this gets sent up and all the way down. Any kind of milestones are big, especially a Morris Catholic side that, they've struggled through the early portions of their program. 32 goals and 27 assists for Guadagnino. Centering pass goes all the way through. Sent out to the blue line where it's going to be held there by the number 23 of Avery Acuna. Down low, around in the circle here, weaving through. That's a shot. That's a number that I cannot make out because that jersey is so tucked into the back. But I believe that's the number 4 of Evan Lord.
I'll take your word for it. See, that's something as a commentator. We get it that if you're a hockey player, you like to wear your jersey how it's comfortable. But sometimes, we'd like to see the number so we know who you are. So if you do something good, we can say it. But, it is what it is.
There's a shot that goes wide, a rebound behind the net.
And the big frame, number 75, Brendan Mustachio out on the blue line. From Morris Catholic with that shot behind.
Around the boards, that's kept in for a shot, padded aside, rebound loose, and then kicked away again by Nigro in front. This puck swings all the way across, trying to get onto it. Medina Sawari, number 10. Puck moved along. Down to the ice goes LaBarbera, number 22, and that's on goal and a save made. Getting a face-off.
And again, Gio Nigro in goal for Parsippany. He actually was not a goaltender by trade going into the season. In fact, he was slated to be a forward for this Parsippany team. The goaltender ended up leaving the team, leaving the program for the season for reasons that we do not have the information for. And Gio Nigro has stepped up and taken the role. I was actually on the call for the game against Bernards on Parsippany's senior night, and Nigro made, I believe, it was 53 saves on the day. They lost the game 8-2, but he's actually looked better as the season's gone along. He's gotten certainly a lot of puck action to get some practice, but very good with the glove, very confident with the glove. So we'll, as good as he is, that will keep Parsippany in this game. They actually had a lead against Bernards, against BSM on a goal from Zelinskis.
Keep in mind, Parsippany for 4 years had Justin Wellman as their goaltender. And when we tell you that Wellman had himself, Wellman last season alone, how about this, for Parsippany, who had overall a 4-17-4 record. Wellman had an .898 save percentage on 1,028 shots. Okay?
That's different.
4-17-2 was the record, so that's 23 games. There's a shot scored down low, and it's 1-0. Morris Catholic, they get on the board.
And I believe it's the number 16 of Jack Armstrong who scores the opening goal. Nice little slap shot from the top of the circle. Kind of in the high slot there where he takes it from, but moving in off the point toward the circle and puts it past Nigro, and it's 1-0 Morris Catholic.
But, I mean, that's just a staggering number.
Well, if you were in a league and you were playing goal and you got that many shots on you, what would you do next season?
I should text. I mean, his father and I used to be teammates in Hockey North America, so it's not like I know Justin personally. As a kid, when we had practices for our hockey team, he used to come in and get some target practice, and I used to shoot pucks at him when he was younger. So it's I even missed who got the assist on that.
Mustachio got the lone assist.
Mustachio the lone assist on the goal.
By the way, one of the greatest names in the league this year, Mustachio.
Declan Norton from Mustachio.
Armstrong, I believe. Number 16, Armstrong.
16 Armstrong, not 17. My bad.
Norton was in front of the net. I think he tried to claim that he got a piece of it, but stats don't lie.
Shot save made. So now, that's in front of another goal. And if that's Guadagnino, that's his 60th point.
And it is Guadagnino who puts it in from the side of the goal and just tapped home a rebound off of Nigro's pad. It was kind of just sitting there.
There's the save.
And you see there.
It just snuck in, yeah.
Yep, Nigro tried to squeeze the post, couldn't do it. And just like that, inside of 4 minutes, 2-0 Mars Catholic, trying to do what they did a week or so ago.
So for Guadagnino, it is point number 60 in his high school career. Congratulations to him. And goal number 2 overall in the season.
And as you mentioned, for a program like Mars Catholic, who struggled in ignominy, you might say it not well, for about 2 years, to have that many points, you really see who has been responsible for most of that offense during that period for Mars Catholic. Yeah. It's just in recent years that...
Well, between him and Hugh McGuigan, who hasn't put himself into the game, if you will, as of yet.
Yes. But...
if he's even here tonight. That's going to be covered up. Actually, he is. Never mind.
I believe there was
no, that's Hayden, number 8.
There was at least one McGuigan brother out there. Yep. It might be both of them.
Hayden McGuigan, number 8.
Both of them very good players, by the way.
Yes. Hayden's the freshman. Hugh's the senior. I've not seen Hugh as of yet.
But again, we were talking about this in the open. For Mars Catholic, this is uncharted waters in the Charette division. I mean, you go for a program that didn't win a game for 2 consecutive seasons. You're now in the playoff hunt, and dare I say one of the favorites, maybe?
You are. Right now, you're in first place.
So,
by virtue of winning percentage, both them and Bernard, Somerville, and Middlesex, BSM, they both have 5 wins and a tie. Bernard's has 2 extra losses. Mars Catholic hasn't lost in the division yet.
And who are the other teams in that playoff hunt at the moment?
High Point, Wallkill Valley, and Newton Lenape Valley. As that's going to be covered up.
Oh, no, they're going to call it a goal.
I didn't even see it. Is it in on the side?
It went in, and they pointed.
And it is in. Just picked down on the other side. Didn't even see it slide across. It's 3-0.
And I think it's the number 43 of Nick Land, I believe, who's going to get credit for this. Not really celebrating it. It just kind of...
Oh, yeah, you just snuck right in, yeah.
Just kind of trickled in between the legs of Nigro.
Thank God for replays and Vincenzo Sebastiano.
And we'll see who gets the official. I believe it'll be Layan, though, who gets the goal, number 43. But, again, I've seen all of those teams except for High Point, which we will see tomorrow.
There's a shot and a save made by Nigro. The rebound sits loose, poked away, and then off the side of the net.
But if you're Mars Catholic, talk about a change in culture, really. Yeah. I mean, you go from bottom feeders of the bottom division to a chance, potentially, to get bumped up a division for a season, which I don't think anybody would have thought possible for Mars Catholic a year or so ago. So how do you change that mindset from obviously having an alum from the program back into the head coach has certainly helped, but from what we've seen, I would say BSM is probably the most complete team in the division. That's from my perspective.
Yeah, okay, we could say that.
They certainly have, I think, the best goaltending. But it's really a change of cultures here for Mars Catholic to put them in a playoff position.
Unassisted at 5:15.
So 5:15, Layan goes unassisted. And for Layan, it's his 6th goal of the season. As a little bit of mask work being done.
One of the additional roles of a referee in the high school level, equipment repair.
On occasion. By the way, just to get this staggering number for you.
Yes.
In the previous 4 years, Justin Wellman started every single game. Or almost every game, I should say. There was a couple he did not play in.
Not unheard of for the high school level.
Right.
But
faced NJ.com's got it 2,979 shots in 4 years.
No big deal, just almost about 1,000 shots a season.
That's from freshman to senior. So it's a long process as that goes down for icing. That's what if Justin Wellman's here in net, with all due respect to Gio Nigro, right? Justin Wellman's going to be playing at Ryder, mind you. But yeah, it's that's what they're missing out on.
Yeah, it's been a rough stretch for this Parsippany team, and again, it's just the fact that they are, just not enough players coming in, and at a certain point, you are going to become exhausted, and just never mind in a game, never mind the season.
Right.
When you have this number of skaters on the roster, and you're talking as myself as a Parsippany Hills alum, class of 2010, 10 years ago, this was an established program, solid team, never really at the top of a division, but always competitive. And you had a relatively full bench most of the time. But this is what happens in public hockey.
Yeah.
You sometimes have a stretch where you just don't get players in.
It happens.
Hopefully for Parsippany Regional now, as they have combined with Parsippany High, hopefully it will change directions in the near future.
Skate across in an onside one of that for Declan Norton, who puts behind the net. 8:03 and counting, first period. 3-0 Crusaders. There's a shot from the blue line. Close. Save made by Nigro, and he holds on.
And that's Nigro's best skill as a goaltender. He's very good with his glove, very confident. I mentioned this when we were on the call with Brett, our friend Brett, who's also works with here at Mars Sussex Sports. Whether or not either in a present or a previous life he was a baseball player, because he's very confident with the glove.
That's another save and a hold on. Mind you, there is one tie for Parsippany's mark, and that was against Newton Lenape Valley. Although I don't know if it's a scoreless tie.
Yeah.
So this skates down the other way. Backhand shot is off the mark and knocked around. So at least that's what's been reported.
And that was Zelinskis on the rush. Plays defense for Parsippany, but is also really the most dangerous weapon this Parsippany Regional team has. He had a couple of goals in the game I called about a week ago against BSM, that game where Nigro had 53 saves.
There's another save by Nigro.
But Zelinskis is...
Don't look now, he's got 15 in this period.
Yes. But Zelinskis on this Parsippany team really is at a different level for not just on this team, but for a lot of the players on the ice. He's easily one of the smoothest skaters, as is height with a high stick for Mars Catholic, going the other way. But a very smooth skater, very quick. He's got a very good set of hands. I believe, also plays on a club team. I forget which one off the top of my head as well. But if Parsippany is going to stay in this contest and get a couple goals on the board, the odds of them coming off of Zelinskis' stick are pretty high, and you'll see him out there for a majority of the game here for Parsippany.
Let's see. We can find that out for you. Zelinskis plays for the Jersey Colts, 16 and unders. It's his club team.
There you go.
This sent in down the other way. And this will be whipped around the boards. 3-0 Crusaders. A shot blocked off into the corner.
We should say, too, these are technically two teams that are both using two schools each.
Yes.
On their roster. A couple players from the Academy of St. Elizabeth's playing with Mars Catholic.
Right. That's the co-op there. Here's a break opportunity for Evan. Large score! Evan Lord puts home. It's 4-0 Crusaders.
It's the number 1.
No, it's Evan Lord. He's got the 4 taped on his back.
Ah, okay.
That's the situation. He's wearing a goalie's jersey because someone forgot their jersey at home, I'm guessing.
Uh-oh.
That's a goalie cut. Look at those sleeves, folks.
The number 1 is officially Daniel Mark.
Right.
And you do notice the backup goaltender there for Mars Catholic wearing just a plain blue jersey. Now, again, this is high school, so this is probably not legal, but if this is any other level, that's probably a fine.
And they're saying it's Daniel Mark. But it's really.
It isn't, because that was definitely Evan Lord.
Yes. They're not paying attention to the tape on the back of the jersey, which you can see making the number 4.
But Evan Lord is one of the bright spots on this Mars Catholic team. He's a very good skater. He's got very quick hands as well. This is a guy that, again, with Mars Catholic looking at a playoff spot now and potentially a cup win.
Well, they got the playoff spot. There's a save me.
Looking potentially at a cup win, he's going to be one of the key factors for them. As you see him there with the tape job on the back, the number 4.
Yep.
Good jerry rigging by either the coach or the equipment manager.
Sometime you have to MacGyver it.
Meanwhile, Daniel Mark is going to claim, hey, you scored because of my jersey.
Right. He's wearing a blue practice jersey, the backup today.
Yes.
Center ice and into the zone. Not for long, though.
When in doubt,
right.
Use tape. And here he comes again.
There's an opportunity for a large score. He put it off the post and in. It's 5-0.
And what a little move that was from Evan Lord. Cuts inside and goes off the post. And it's a beautiful little move, actually, from the little forward. Again, small frame, but big game for Evan Lord. And he might want to keep that number 1 jersey and just keep the tape job.
Nah, he's got now 5 and 6 goals on the season. And here's another opportunity. Guadagnino scores.
There's .61 for Guadagnino. And just a complete breakdown for Parsippany there. Intercepted it, went right in and scored on the break. What was that, about 5 or 6 seconds between the 2 goals?
I think, yeah.
So, and now 6-0 Mars Catholic. And as we said, this is what happened the last time these two teams played. Mars Catholic put up a big first period. And Parsippany held it together well against the BSM squad last week, who admittedly rested a lot of their big guns on Parsippany's senior night, but still held their own. Mars Catholic showing no such mercy so far. And as good as Morristown Beard is, they've been announced that they've scored again here in this game when they're not even playing. It's been one of those days for the public address announcement, must be said. The whole crew down there.
8 seconds apart on those 2 goals, by the way.
Yes. Sometimes you just have a day, folks. I don't know if you want to get into the day you've had, Brett, but...
listen, this is the last game. Once this gets done and I get home, we start a new day tomorrow.
Yes, exactly. Another trio of games tomorrow.
And I'm already prepped for those games because I printed those sheets out earlier today thinking tomorrow was today or something like that.
Yes, when you came in and saying, we got to double check because Morristown Barrett is playing against Chatham on the board.
Yeah.
Well,
you know what this means, though, is that's saved and held on to by Nigro. You know what that means is we can, I can actually give you the sheets tonight for tomorrow. Oh, you're here tomorrow or no?
Oh, I'm here tomorrow.
You're here tomorrow?
Of course I'm here tomorrow.
I can give you those sheets then.
Fantastic.
So don't even have to worry. They're already made.
Now I can do a full day of prep tomorrow. Excellent.
There you go. Teams we've already seen. That's the one thing about this is we've seen
of the 6.
So many teams this season.
And it's 3 of the 6 teams from today we'll see tomorrow.
Right. So it's really, at this point in the season, we're now starting to formulate the storylines for the playoffs.
Yes.
As you can hear us talk about tonight. 6-0 here. There's a shot, save made, and the rebound is scored. It's now 7-0.
It certainly trickled in.
Yeah.
And 7-0 here to Morris Catholic.
Morris Catholic goal scored by number 33.
Meanwhile, Vinny is starting a rave in the corner, our producer. I saw those fist bumps from over there. Might be a selfie coming in, who knows?
It's possible.
No,
it's chaos.
The chaos card.
It's chaos.
Has struck.
Chaos is out.
Chaos has struck for the third time in 3 games.
Chaos has been declared.
Chaos, and has shenanigans been declared? Do you have a card for shenanigans?
Shenanigans has not been declared yet.
No card for shenanigans, man? I'm disappointed.
No, it's got to step up to a next level as this goes down for ice.
Yes. So what are the games we have tomorrow, Brett? Since you
tomorrow we've got a triple header again. We start off at 4:15 p.m. with High Point Wallkill Valley against this Morris Catholic side, and it's Morris Catholic senior night tomorrow night. Then the big one is at 6:15, Morristown Baird and Morris Knowles Hills. And then we finish off at 8:15 with Mahoha and West Morris Central. In the meantime, earlier in the afternoon, tune in as well from Inglewood Field Club. It's Northern Valley Old Tapan taking on Northern Highlands in an outdoor game.
And a beautiful day will be for it, too. Although the ice condition might be in question because it's going to be a bit warmer. So could we have a Lake Tahoe situation?
Might. Oh, what a roof shot that. 8-0. Moving in to score the goal was Nick Pankowski.
And you talk about, the cliche is every goal you score, no matter what the level is an end-to-end rush. Well, this is actually an end-to-end rush from Nick Pankowski, from our producer.
We get a whistle and a stoppage of play.
We hope that's nothing with the computer that he is chaosing about. we had that yesterday.
Not going there.
Yeah. Interesting for me tomorrow, though. First time seeing High Point Wallkill Valley.
For you, I've seen them before.
Yes. So. And then what could be...
nice save made that time by the right pad of Giovanni Nigro. There's another shot blocked up high. And these are staggering numbers. Shot, another Nigro save.
Now a 20 saves on 28 shots in the first period for Morris Catholic. But the 6:15 game, again, folks, you want to see the cream of the crop in the men, and you've got the best team in this year, basically, in Morristown Baird, taking on the back-to-back Public A champions in Morris Knowles Hills. It was a beauty last week, 8-3 to Mo Baird, but it was so fast, so physical. It's a game you don't want to miss, and it should be a good trio as well, as this Morris Catholic team will take on another opponent as they head to their first playoff run in several years.
There's a shot blocked out in front as we're inside of a final minute here. And this goes up and away. The stoppage of play with 40.8 seconds here in period number 1. And you start to look... Oh, actually, we'll get to it after the period.
Yes. I mean, this could be one of the more entertaining cup seasons.
Oh, yeah.
In a long time. Just because, again, there are no state playoffs. This is it. You win this tournament or you win nothing. So, obviously you want to win every competition you can, every cup you can, every title you can. But I feel that at certain points there are times when the conference cups are just kind of a second thought for some of these teams.
Right. Not this year.
Not this time around. You win this or that's all. You have nothing else to play for. So you think there's often chaos in these games. You've seen celebrations, you've seen brawls, you've seen big hits, incredible goals. Expect the unexpected in the cup competitions, and well, this year more than most. I mean, it's still technically COVID in 2020, so who knows?
This side of the net, trying to put out in front, not able to do so. And then this
scores
another one with 1.5 seconds to go. It's now a 9-0 hockey game.
And it's the number 23 Avery Acuna from the point who scores. And this is just a well-placed shot. I don't know if Nigro didn't see it. I think he might have thought it was cleared out or gone over the line. He kind of fell asleep on it, maybe. as a Parsippany player collects a mouth guard. But
it's so difficult, as the period will just about end, but it's so difficult when you're on the receiving end. There's the end of the first period.
Goal scored by number 23,
Acuna.
Assists to number
Get the.
33, Nick Lahan, and number 7, Mark Wilson.
We'll take a timeout. We'll give it 30-2 the shots on goal. Our score here at Menon Arena. It's a one-sided affair. 9-0 Morris Catholic over Parsippany after one period to play. Brett Luthner, David Hashhagen here with you, and we start to look ahead to the playoff situation.
yes,
And we'll start here in the charrette, because Morris Catholic, they're looking as though they're going to be on their way, if you will. They have a game against High Point Wallkill Valley coming up tomorrow. That's their senior night. That's a 4:15 p.m. start. But for them, for Morris Catholic, that's going to be a big one for Morris Catholic. Barring Gary Glitter gets going, barring mishaps,
yes.
Morris Catholic will be 6-1 after tonight.
yes.
Okay, you're talking now. That puts them 2 points clear of Bernard's, or BSM, I should say. All right, BSM has got coming up. Let's see if BSM's playing at all. Not tomorrow. I don't see any other BSM coming. They got a game against Johnson. That's obviously non-league. And that'll be coming up. That's actually being played later tonight, or they're about to get faced off in that game, not Johnson. So, no more games in the charrette. Yeah, they've played 8, so no more games in the charrette for them. So, they're stuck at 5-2-1. Morris Catholic wins this game, they'll clinch first place.
Yes.
BSM will have the 2. High Point will have the 3. And Newton Lenape Valley will be the 4. So you're going to have a semifinal of Morris Catholic and NLV, and then Bernard's and High Point Wallkill Valley.
Well, NLV is not a terrible team.
No,
We've seen
no.
them this year. They are certainly a team that will give teams in this division fits. So if you're Morris
Right.
Catholic, yeah, you're the number 1 seed. You don't want to sleep on your semifinal opponent, though.
Right.
In the other one, now I have all due respect to High Point, I have not seen them play. I have seen quite a bit of BSM, and that team can fly. They have some very talented players, including several talented freshmen. For me, I think they are the most complete team in this division next to Morris Catholic. Now,
Well, with High Point Wallkill Valley, we got to watch out for guys like Devin Haynes, who's got 6 goals and 18 assists.
Yep.
Brandon Mudrick's got 8 goals and 6 assists on the season. Maddie Henyon's popped in 4 goals herself. 7 goals out of Luca Carnavola. They got people who can score.
yes.
Mind you. So it's not going to be a situation where they're going to. They got a couple of freshmen who can contribute. Jake Henningsen and Gordon Schindelman. So, it's a team that can, that's going to be able to give a stiff challenge. And then TJ Ward in goal, he's the lone goalie there, the junior. So let's see what this High Point team is going to be able to do.
And again, you're talking about teams with the rest of these 3 that have a little bit more playoff experience and big game experience than Morris Catholic does. How that will affect things, we'll have to find out. But this Morris Catholic team, I mean, you look up and down the roster, Guanagdino obviously is the big one. You've got the 2 McGuigan brothers who can contribute. Evan Lord, you've seen his skills tonight. He's got a couple of goals.
Well, in reality, BSM doesn't have the playoff experience. It's their first year in the MCSS IHL.
Yes.
As this one is popped up and out of play, getting a stoppage, a minute 1 into the second period. Bernard's BSM, prior to this, played in the Skyland Conference. 3-13-3 last year, 1-10-1 in the Skyland, 3-10-1 in the Skyland the year before. The year before that, 1-13 in the Skyland. Having to play teams like Pingree and Hillsborough and Ridge, twice a year.
That doesn't help.
No, it doesn't. And so, when you have those numbers going against you, there's not experience in the playoffs in terms of this Bernard's team, the BSM team. They come over here right into the Charette division, and, excellent story out of them, a 6-2-1 overall record, 5-2-1 in the division. And so it's setting up. It's setting up for some good stuff coming on here.
Yeah, if you're going to claim a dark horse, you almost want to think Newton-Lenape Valley, just because they have the depth of experience in this division in the playoffs.
Right.
In terms of BSM, yes, they don't have the record to show for it. This is saved by Nigro. They don't have the experience in this division, but as we talked about, they were playing much, much more difficult teams in their old league.
Right.
Which is clearly translated over. I mean, you're talking about, and they have probably the best goalie tandem in the Charette.
Yes.
Let's be perfectly.
Yes.
I mean, and it'll be really interesting to see who they go with. Will they go with the senior or the freshman in goal? But for me, BSM looks like the most dynamic team. Again, I have not seen High Point play yet. We'll see them tomorrow.
And by the way, speaking of that goaltending tandem, there's an article back about 5 days ago, and the Star Ledger on those two goaltenders, Maggie Smith and Balin Shankman.
Both of whom are fantastic, by the way.
Right.
There's a goal.
There's another one. It's 10-0.
And it's the number 23 of Acuna again, tipping one in front, I believe. Oh, no, the 33 of Pankowski.
Second goal of the game for him.
If he's taking the credit for it. We see it here. It was in the slot, and I think it was tipped home. And it was there in front. And there's the 33 of Pankowski. And again, now, folks, with a 10-0 score line, we will now see, I believe, running clock. And if Parsippany does not manage a goal here in the second, we will see the game come to a close after 2. But
Nick DiGeronimo gets an assist on that, as well as Jack Armstrong.
The time of the goal is 2:01 at the second period.
But you talk about those two goaltenders.
Shot save made.
Maggie Smith, the senior, is an excellent goaltender. It's scary to think that Balin Shankman might be even better, the freshman who's behind her. She's gotten a few games this year. She's had a couple of shutouts. She's been excellent. So if you're BSM...
But here's the great story about it, is Maggie Smith helped Balin Shankman, back then 10 years old, get started as a goalie when the two played for the New Jersey Colonials. Basically, girls wanted to, there weren't many goalies, and, girls wanted to try it. So Maggie lent Balin her old black and white Reebok pants. And now, years later, they're both teammates. Maggie, the senior, Balin, the freshman, on this team. There's a save made by Nigro, and he holds on.
Clock is stopped here. I think it's supposed to be running.
Nope, they stopped it for now, so I guess we'll just play along with it.
Play along? Yep.
Now, Maggie Smith became the starter for BSM last year when Nicholas von Kaufman, who was the starting goalie, got called up to the Omaha Lancers in the United States Hockey League. Shows you, the kind of goalie he had. To play in the USHL, that's the top-level juniors here in the United States.
You're talking one step away from the draft, going to the USHL. So really, between the story at BSM, the story here was Mars Catholic.
Right.
Yeah, the Charette, the Menin and the Haas are going to get the headlines, but the Charette Cup is going to be full of tremendous stories potentially.
Oh, it's going to be, in terms of storyline, going to be the best one.
Up and down the line.
Yes.
So it's really going to be entertaining. The whole playoffs, all 4 cups, I think are going to be very, very entertaining to watch.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely will be.
You want to go down the rest of the divisions, Brett, or do you want to talk about some of our sponsors?
Well, let me give you a sponsor first. How about Choice Athletics? If you're ready to improve your physical and mental well-being, you'll get group cross-training and yoga. It's included with every membership at Choice Athletics. Your first class is free with promo code FIT20. Visit online, choiceathletics.com. Also, by the way, if you're hungry, Fitness Grill has an exclusive deal for Mars Sussex Sports viewers, text F-Grill to 33733 to get 15% off your first order. That's a shot the save made and held on to.
See, I've got 2 triple headers the next 2 days. I might need to stop by the Fitness Grill to get some food before the game.
Tell you what, though, I had earlier today Robert Irvine's protein bar, the chocolate chip cookie dough, and it's actually not that bad. You think of all these health bars. You think of all these health things like, you're not sure. Robert Irvine's protein bar there, and I got this was earlier today when I was broadcasting the Hitmen game, and I was feeling a little sluggish, and you can't feel sluggish with that speed.
No.
Had that bar, and I tell you what, it wasn't that bad. It gave me a good little burst of energy.
You know what's great about the sponsors we have here from RSS Sports in terms of the food? You get the entire gamut. If you want to be healthy, you go to the Fitness Grill. If you're looking for a good sandwich, you can go to Pasquarella Brothers. And if you really want to indulge yourself, you go to Tiff's.
Yeah.
It really, you run the gamut here. All we need is a good pizza place. Maybe not just pizza.
Stop it.
So, hey, George, I think we know.
No, that's not George. That's Mahoja's. This is George.
We know where it came from, but I'm telling you, in terms of another potential sponsor, George, can we get them to cater, please?
No, you know what might have to end up happening if I have enough time tomorrow? I may have to take a detour before I come here. That's what may have to happen.
Oh, wait a minute. If you're planning on bringing garlic nuts, I'm just saying, I might become more of a friend to you. my waistline might not thank you later, but you know what? The stuffed garlic knots that we received, and again,
loaded garlic knots are just amazing.
And that's one of the nice things.
Onside skating to the zone. Here's a shot score! Altino Quagnino gets the goal. It's a hat trick for him. 11-0.
And another one from the points leader. Passes the milestone and then breaks through beyond there. And it's a nice little shot here from the slot from Morris Catholic's number 10. And a beautiful goal. And as we were saying, though, in the past week or so, we've been happy to welcome back fans into the building here at Menon Arena. And personally, I just want to say thank you to so many parents that have come up to the booth here at Menon to thank us for what we've been able to do. We really do appreciate everyone who's been coming up and has been so nice and so appreciative of the craziness this year. They were still able to watch their kids play, so we really want to thank you. But
here's the thing. If it's not for these kids, we don't have games to broadcast.
Yeah.
If it's not for the parents and the friends and the family members, we don't have an audience to broadcast to, and I hit the post. So
the thanks is really to you, all of you watching.
Everybody, to everybody watching, to the players on the ice, the coaches on the benches, the referees to officiate these games,
the administrators who had to deal with quite possibly the craziest scheduling ever that had to be done. Winter's always a crazy season, but
Commissioner Mullen for keeping the crazy schedule somewhat sane.
Yes. And to George Muha, let's be honest. He's been
here's the thing.
In this three-ring circus.
I'm going to tell you this right now. George will tell you this too. If it's not for everybody else we just mentioned, we don't do any of this stuff this year. So
yes.
George, you don't get thanks on this one because we're thanking everybody else to help make this possible. Sorry, not sorry.
And to the sponsors as well, too.
Yes, the sponsors as well. But
for helping us to produce these games.
It starts with the product on the ice or on the courts in basketball or in the lanes in bowling.
Or on, I don't know what you would call the grounds for fencing.
Yeah,
I don't know
exactly.
what it is exactly.
So,
not educated as well in that sport.
We absolutely thank every single one. It's not possible without you. And the compliments we get, we're humbled by them, and we are also determined by them. That's a nice save by Nigro. The rebound loose, and
it's in.
It's in. I thought Nigro might have gotten a piece of it, but I think Jonathan Tinney's got himself a goal.
I think
it continues.
It's either Tinney or Leon. I think it's Leon who got that one. I think he had the initial shot saved. Let's take a look. By the near post. And you see Leon comes in. He's going to come from the back of the goal here. Yep. And I think it will be him. That'll be his second goal of the day to make it 12-0 to the Crusaders. But no, it absolutely is. this is absolutely this whole year. I can't believe it's coming up on a year now that we've really dealt with this craziness of this pandemic and everything that's come with it. And without everybody working together, we don't get to come out here and play and and watch these games. And these kids have playoffs in a week. Who would have thought that was possible 6 months ago? And that comes down to everybody working together and helping each other out. And so it's there's certainly some light on the horizon, folks. And if these games that we can bring to you are a little bit of help, and a nice double save there by Nigro. If these games are a little bit of help to you to help make your day a little bit better, then we've done our jobs.
Shot out in front, knocked aside, a rebound near side boards, cross ice pass. There's another slap shot blistered wide, that off the stick of the number 16, Jack Armstrong. Cross ice pass, Armstrong trying to gather again, then pokes down low. That's shuffled around a bit. So Guadagnino came in looking for 1 point to get 60. He's got a couple more than that. He's got 3 and 1 tonight, although there have been some assists that we don't have.
Yes.
Center ice now in. Laying in the zone. A backhand goes up and over. 5:56 to go here in this one. 43-3 of the shots in this contest.
And again, you can almost see it as we pan across here. It's just the bodies on the bench.
Yep.
Mars Catholic is not the biggest squad in the world in terms of this conference, but Parsippany, I think, has the smallest. Yep. And you can see that. These are not big benches at Menon Arena. And when you see wide open spaces there, one of two things have happened, as Nigro makes a nice save. One of two things have happened. Either half of your team have been given game misconducts, or you have a smaller roster. So... But this has been part of Parsippany's year. Very short bench. You're going to be exhausted, and now that we're at the tail end of the season, you're going to be even more exhausted. So, not totally surprised at the scoreline of 12-0 at this point. But again, we talked about this, and when Sean and I were on the call for Parsippany's senior night last week. 3 seniors on this team. Well, 2 seniors and the statistician, also a senior, who was recognized. But it was Anthony Santangelo, one of the seniors, who in his notes said, no matter what has happened this year, one of my favorite hockey memories is that this team came together as a family. And we saw that in the BSM game, where almost every save that Nigro made in that absolute onslaught that he received, there was David Zelinskis, the best player on this team, coming over and just giving him a hug, just wrapping his arms around him. And you could tell that this team, for as rough as this year has been, as kind of a low mark this is for this program, there's still very much a lot of pride here. There's a lot of family involvement here in Parsippany Regional, as here comes Mars Catholic again, but they air off the shot. And hopefully this is a Parsippany team that will be able to rise up a bit in the years to come.
Now that I put the tape on Dave's mouth, this is going to be saved and held on to.
Sorry, I went on a tangent there.
It gives me a chance to say Brian Riley Financial Planning, located right in Morris County, is all about giving you peace of mind about the finances in your life. Contact Brian today at 908-252-2331 or visit him, briley@financialguide.com. Give him an email. By the way, if you're also searching for homes and want to find out what your home is worth, hit up MyersCountyHomesForSale.com or DM Nicole Wickenheiser. Face off to come here with 4:32 left in this second and probably final period, barring anything crazy. Here's a blast from 180, about 100 feet. That's going to be icing. And a face off to come all the way back down. F45 of East Hanover. The F stands for functional training, a mix of circuit and hit style workouts geared towards everyday movement. 45 is the total amount of time for sweat-tripping, heart-pumping fun. Visit them at f45training.com/East Hanover. And we just continue on, as you were, right?
No. I'm done with my tangent. Again, I apologize, but just a...
I got busted chops a little bit. That's all.
Hey, and I'm an alum that is, hoping for better things for the hockey program here in Parsippany. Again, a lot of friends of mine from my high school days that were part of a team that was much, much larger Wasn't actually Parsippany Regional when I was in high school. It was just Parsippany Hills.
Mind you, again, friend of mine, his son, Justin Wellman, played for this team for 4 years and had a ton of shots faced.
And going to Ryder now, so playing at the college level, Division III, I believe.
2.
Division II for
ACHA D2.
Okay, Division III for football for Ryder. I know that.
Now, of none concern for us hockey people. Long shot, waffle boarded aside by the blocker of Jason Bryant.
Hey, as a man who covered FCS football for the last 3 years with my friend and our colleague from Connecticut School of Broadcasting, Embry Hunt.
Hardest working man in football.
Who is now working for CBS Sports, by the way.
Yep.
Working for them on
another blocker saved by Bryant.
CBS Sports Network on television. Thoroughly deserved.
Oh, completely.
And
that goes down for icing.
I know it's CBS SN, but
hold up.
Another ad?
Yep, I got 4 left. 5 left.
Well, why don't you do for a 2-for-1 special?
How about we go to Below Body Parts, the #1 cool sculpting cryotherapy and recovery med spa in New Jersey, because we believe that there's a better way to look your best and feel your best without surgery or other invasive techniques. Visit them online, belowbodybar.com. Only one at a time. Next whistle will get another. Action still on the ice.
Yes.
Onside skate into the zone, Guadagnino. Going around the net. Guadagnino then throws in front. That's blocked off by the #4 of Larry Liu. To the blue line, and this will not get out of the zone. Cross ice pass into the corner. So it's just been a one-sided affair here tonight.
Yep, tilted ice.
Parsippany will drop to 0-8-1. They'll have a game remaining, and a game that'd be good for them, to be honest with you. Score down low. There's a big celebration. As putting this one home, he was trying to elude the last time. Damian Mercedes is on the scoreboard. It doesn't matter the score, he's got his first.
And first goal of the season, first goal of the career, potentially?
Yep.
You could tell by that celebration that it was skate in the air, both hands waving around wildly, and a beautiful goal, actually, from the side of the net for Damian Mercedes. And makes it 13-0.
This one side. So Mercedes gets the goal. Mercedes, the senior, had just 1 assist last year. He's got points on the ledger, so to speak.
You could almost say Mercedes bends it around the keeper.
Mercedes assist to number 17.
No, you're just going to ignore me on that fun?
Guadagnino's got another point.
He's completely ignoring me, folks.
Yep, completely ignoring.
12:27 of the second period.
But that's a nice little milestone there as well for Damian Mercedes, picking up his first career goal. And methinks that the 3 stars tonight are going to have a career theme to it.
Yes.
Centering pass in front goes all the way through. The blue line, that shot blocked off. Rebound comes out. And shot, score! Didn't want to say anything, but the shutout's over as Zinlinskis ruins it again. It's now 13-1.
Well, again, we talked about it in the open. Zinlinskis is
with you. I really realize that's going to be gathered and held on to.
Hey, Parsippany doesn't quit.
Goes to number 30, Giovanni Negro. That's
and we have an assist to the goaltender.
Negro gets the assist.
13:40 of the second period.
You know what? Good for him. He's faced an onslaught again tonight, and now he's got his name on the score sheet. Again, he came into the season hoping to see his name on the score sheet a few times as a forward, but he's got it now as a goaltender, and that makes it even better.
This is the last minute of play in the period.
And barring anything crazy, the game onside skate. Pass across it and dumped into the zone. Jason Bryant, again, had
Another
not won a
goal.
game. Another goal down low.
DiGeronimo with the goal this time.
Just to add. The first career goal down there, I believe. That's the first career for DiGeronimo.
Yep, that's a puck collected. So 2 first career goals, DiGeronimo and Mercedes. Just in time for their playoff run, get their first goals.
Right. Jason Bryant was part of last year's team that went 0-15-1 and just shellacked and
How
got
good
the
does
loss.
this feel?
It's got to feel a second victory for him.
But yeah, it's got to feel so good for these kids from Morris Catholic, the seniors that have been part of this program, who've stuck with it, who've believed. They've gone through a coaching change and really, again, a change of culture with the new head coach.
Well, that's actually, DiGeronimo was credited with one before. I don't know where the puck's coming from. Unless that's a first career point that's off the post. And in another goal.
And it's going to be, I think, credited to the man who took the shot from the point. Trying to see who that is. It's the number 8 of Hayden McGuigan, who took the shot from the point. I don't think it was poked anywhere in front. It was just a shot that got deflected in.
And that will wrap this one all up. It was a shellacking. Acuna gets the assist. Everybody will stick tap. The final score, 15-1. Hugs over there. It was a tough night for Giovanni Nigro. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll give you the 3 stars and wrap up tonight when we come back. Final score, one-sided. Morris Catholic and a prayer afterwards. MCSS IHL Hockey on Morris Sussex Sports, brought to you by Barefoot Rehab, offering 2 case study opportunities with anyone. For anyone with 6 or more months of pain and who has seen 3 or more doctors or therapists without permanent relief. Visit barefootrehab.com if you would like to see if you're a candidate for permanent pain relief. Also brought to you by Jen Basilino of Cocha Real Estate Group. Selling, purchasing, or renting a home, Jen can help you achieve your real estate goals. Contact her by calling 973-202-2103 or email Jen at CochaRealEstate.com. Also by Montville Dental Associates, Dr. Spatzer provides the safest and most advanced treatments using state-of-the-art technology. Visit MontevilleDentalAssociates.com or call 973-575-5555. Our 3 stars of the game brought to you by X Hockey Products, Pro Shop, and DiscountHockey.com. They're proud to support New Jersey high school hockey. From sharpenings and repairs to custom uniforms and apparel, they're your trusted local supplier. And if you can't find what you need in the store, DiscountHockey.com ships in 1 day to New Jersey. Our 3rd star of the game almost got the shutout again. And if he had gotten it, I would have put him at the 1st star, definitely. But full credit to Jason Bryant after going through last year, which was an 0 for season, really. He gets himself 2 career wins, almost picks up the shutout. Jason Bryant gets the number 3 star today. First career goal, Damian Mercedes picks up star number 2 for the senior. And the 1st star is going to go to Aldino Guadagnino for breaking the 60-point barrier, which on a Morris Catholic side is difficult in their past. And so for Guadagnino to break that mark, he gets our number 1 star of the game. In what was a one-sided affair, a 15-1 final. Want to remind you again, we're at it tomorrow. It's a triple header starting at 4:15. Before that, Northern Valley Old Tappan and Northern Highlands will play each other outdoors at Inglewood Field Club. Tune into that on Morris Sussex Sports. Then come visit us for 3 games. High Point Wallkill Valley and this Morris Catholic team on senior night for Morris Catholic at 4:15. Then Morristown Baird and Morris Knowles Hills at 6:15. And Mahoha and West Morris Central will finish it off at 8:15 tomorrow night. Vincenzo Sebastiano, as always, doing a fine job on the production. Thanks to him. Thank you to my broadcast partner, proud Parsippany native and cameraman tonight. That's David Heshagen, and my name is Brett Luthner. We thank you for watching this presentation of the MCSS IHL here on Morris Sussex Sports. Until tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, we say good night from Menon Arena. To score the goal with
COVID in 2020, so who knows?
the side of the net. Trying to put out in front, not able to do so. And in this,
scores
another one with 1.5 seconds to go. On those two goaltenders, Maggie Smith and Balin Shankman.
Both of whom are fantastic, by the way.
Right.
There's a goal.
There's another one. It's 10-0.
And it's the number 23 of Acuna again, tipping one in front, I believe. Oh, no.
Loaded garlic knots are just amazing.
And that's one of been the nice things.
Onside skating to the zone. Here's a shot score! Altino Quagnino gets the goal. It's a hat trick for him. Without you. And the compliments we get, we're humbled by them. And we are also determined by them. That's a nice save by Nigro. The rebound loose, and
it's in.
It's in. I thought Nigro might have gotten a piece of it, but I think won. They'll have a game remaining, and a game that'd be good for them, to be honest with you. They score down low. There's a big celebration. Shot blocked off. Rebound comes out. And shot score! Didn't want to say anything, but the shutout's over. Is crossed and dumped into the zone. Jason Bryant, again, had not won a game. Another goal down low.
DiGeronimo with the goal this time.
See, DiGeronimo was credited with one before. I don't know where the puck's coming from. Unless somebody, unless that's a first career point that's off the post. And in another goal.
And it's going to be